President Donald Trump is inviting all Republican senators to the White House today to talk about health care and some other issues. The development came on the same day Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell announced his chamber would vote on a clean repeal of Obamacare early next week without a plan to replace it. At least 3 moderate Republicans have already come out against that approach. The president is also lashing out against the media following revelations he had previously undisclosed a second meeting with Russian President Vladimir Putin at the G20 summit. In a tweet late last night, the president called the, quote, fake news story of secret dinner with Putin sick. The White House was already defensive about Donald Trump Jr.'s meeting with a Russian lawyer at Trump Tower last year.
Let's get to WCCO chief political reporter Pat Kessler, who joins us on Mid-Morning every day. Pat.
Hey, guys.
President Trump also said on Twitter today, even a dinner arranged for top 20 leaders in Germany is made to look sinister. What do we say about this? Is this normal or not?
Well, here's something about this. It's troubling on many different levels, but President Trump, I think, feels under siege, of course, for everything. But it's troubling, but at the same time, I don't know that it is as sinister as people are making it. There is a lot of symbolism here, though. He is meeting in this dinner. It's a private dinner with all the leaders of the G20. And he goes over to meet with Putin. We don't know what he said. There was no American interpreter there, just a Russian interpreter. It could be as simple as he was bored with everybody else. We know our president fairly well now, I think. He wanted to go over and see Melania, who's sitting across the table, but then he sits for an hour and talks with his bestie, Vladimir Putin. So I think the president does have a point. It may not be sinister, but there are so many questions about it and why we didn't know about it.
Well, and the White House insists that interacting with world leaders is just a part of the president's duties. But this, just given everything that's happened in the last 6 months and a year, it just seems strange. Yeah,
that's what this is all about. He's sitting there with the European leaders who apparently at the G20 summit, he was kind of isolated apart from all of them.
Well, who wants to hang out with Angela Merkel? I mean, come on.
But what about
Get
Macron?
me Putin.
Let's
have some fun.
So there is some of that, but we don't know what happened. What if it was shortly after this that the Russians are now demanding to get their compounds back in the United States? We don't know what was said, and we do know that in previous meetings, if a president promises something or says, I will do something on the spur of the moment, that becomes American policy. So that's part of this, too. Yeah. So troubling, but it may not be as sinister because it was out in the open. My question is, why didn't any of the other world leaders mention this either? So maybe this is this big secret club they got.
Yeah, very interesting.
All right, Pat, thank you. We'll watch for you live at 5 and 6 tonight.
You bet.